Hi everyone, welcome to this mobile automation testing training program and the configuration on Mac. So we are done up to here. Let us start with the installation of from this command. So here brew install iDevice installer. I'm copying it from here and let me go back to my terminal. As I told you, everything we will be using from the terminal itself. Brew install iDevice installer. I'm trying to install this particular component. Again, it will take a few more minutes to download all these components. I'm just doing that. And once we are done with this particular component, then we need to download this three things. Okay, up to roughly there are 3 to 4 are there. We need to install the cartridge and we need to install iOS deploy, device console, XCUI pretty and libby install devices. And the remaining things are related to the real device. WebDriver configuration, which is related to real device execution. Okay, real device execution. So which we will see moving further, but let us try to cover up to here. Okay, so iDevice installer is installing. Let me go to my Mac virtual machine and see the terminal. See here, it's trying to download all the components. Okay, once these components are successfully installed, then I will jump for cartridge. Okay, cool. Let it download. Let's wait for a minute. So in the meantime, I will pass this video once the installation till the installation got completed. So there's a iDevice installation is completed. Now I am copying this cartridge and I am going there and I am trying to install this cartridge here now. So let me place this command and hit install. So I'm just everything we are doing in a terminal itself. We are not doing anything other than the terminal, the installation specific to the Mac. Okay, it's trying to download all the configurations. Yeah, it's done. And once this is done, then go back here. The next one is iOS deploy tools. Copy this one, go to the terminal again and place this command here and hit install. Okay, just hit enter button which will automatically install it. And there is an issue here. Okay, let's look into this issue. iOS device script build failed to install. This is probably not a problem with the Appium. There is additionally logging output. Fine. So here what I am doing means not installed on iOS 10.x version. Okay, let's do that later. And again, so I'm just marking all the comments which are not installed so that I can come back and I can revisit the things which are not installed. Now again, I'm trying to install the next component, which is the device console, and let's see back. So if at all any issues are there later at the time of our execution, we will see them. And even this is also not installing. Okay, even this is not installing. And let me try to install this pretty. So go back here and let's try to place this pretty tool here. So jump install pretty. Let's see whether this is installing. Okay, so you don't have a permissions to this module, so we are getting a permissions issue. Okay, let's see. Okay, we are getting a permissions issue and brew install. Let me try this one. Libby mobile, let me try installing this one. Okay, cool. So I'm just trying to install these Libby mobile devices. Let's see. Okay, it got installed successfully. So the only installation it missed here is these three. So I'm just adding a comment stating that these are not installed. Okay, we can revisit these tools. Okay, moving further. So, okay, done up to here. We are done with all the installations. We are just left with the iOS deploy. So let me try installing this iOS deploy once again. So if not, we will try to analyze why it is not installing. So let me try to install this iOS deploy. So here we are getting some error messages related to that. Let's try to look into that and let's try to analyze this one. Okay, so here a complete log is available. Fail at iOS pre-install script. So this is not a problem with the npm. This is a problem with the additional output. Okay, fine. So here, let me copy this error message. So Xcode select XUI builder requires an Xcode, but active developer. So it is looking for some kind of an Xcode which is not identifying. So okay, let's see. Let me try to launch the existing Xcode and see here why this is failing. If you can look into this one, okay, get started with the playground. Okay, let me do that. Let me just explore these options here. But okay, I'm just hitting a next. I'm just trying to launch my Xcode first of all, and later we can see how this is going to work. So I just hit this create button. Okay, new Xcode session got created. Now go back to the terminal and let's try to install these iOS deploy and see. Okay, Xcode select error tool Xcode build requires an Xcode, but active developers directory something. Okay, let me copy this error message and let's go to Google and search for this. Let me search for this error message. Okay, so fine. Let's identify the solution and then we'll fix this issue, guys. Now, so here, guys, so I'm finding one solution to run this command in a terminal. So let me place that particular command once before executing the iOS deploy. And now let me try to install this iOS deploy again and see whether we are getting that error message or not. Let me try doing that. So when I was searching for this solution in a Google, I found that one sudo command is there, which we can use in order to allow the installation for this iOS deploy. So I tried hitting that particular one now, and it looks like it's trying to install. Okay, it looks like it's trying to install. Yeah, the command line tools, and it is updating the information. Yeah, good. It will take a few minutes to install this one. Now, what I'm doing means whatever the command I have copied, so iOS deploy tool. So this one, whenever we are getting some error message related to Xcode build, use below command. Okay, this will helps you to fix this sudo command. So here the sudo commands, whatever I have given, guys, whenever you encounter the issue, then only use that. By default, you no need to use those commands. Whenever you are getting any kind of a failures, only you have to use it. In the middle of my installation, it's prompting me to enter my credentials. I have given my admin credentials there on a pop-up, and it's trying to install all the required things. Okay, and moreover, it depends on the permissions whatever you have on your machine. It will prompt these warning messages. So whenever I am doing in my another Mac machine, I never encountered these kind of an issues. These are a bit new for me on this virtual machine. So here, finally, if you observe, the build got succeeded and iOS deployed got successfully installed. And let's try to install this device console, and moreover, this is not that much important, but anyways, let me try to install this device console and see whether we are getting any warning messages or error messages related to the deploy. But one good thing is, guys, whenever you ended up with any issues, just search in a Google for the solution and then fix those issues. Okay, just search for solution in a Google and then fix those issues. That's the only thing which you need to do. Okay, framework not found for a mobile device, a linker command failed using an extension, installer make exist to failed at a device 01 installer. Okay, let me copy this one and let me try to see if I can find out a solution for this one too. And this is not that much important, but let me try looking into this solution too. Okay, so I found a couple of solutions. Let me try exploring those solutions. So guys, one thing which you need to know is whenever we are ending up into an issues, means it's not that we are completely blocked. We have a bunch of blogs and solutions in place. You just need to search in a Google, identify the solutions, and try implementing that solution in your machine. Okay, try implementing that solution in your machine. That's the only thing which you need to do. Definitely your issues will be fixed, but the only thing is identifying the right solution is the most important thing. Okay, cool. So make sure that you will perform xui test driver. You'll perform install of Appium XE driver, then manually configure this. Okay, so these are something related to the WebDriver agent project. So I don't want to touch it now. Okay, I don't want to touch these stuff now. But anyways, let me copy these iDevice console once. Okay, so what I'm doing, so here globally iDevice console. Okay, I'm doing more or less the same thing. Yeah, let me try here once again and see whether I'm getting this. Okay, I'm getting this error message. That's fine. So whenever we are doing with this APM on a real device, I hope this configuration will fix the issue. Good enough. We are done with this configuration now, guys. So let's jump on and try creating a new script and see how we are going to work. Okay, cool. That's all I have. See you again in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.